just dividends. I was thinking about what I want to upload, and I was thinking about index funds, and I was thinking about how I just uploaded other stuff that had to do with options, and then I just did another one that was on options, futures. But right now, back to basics, just dividends. There are a lot of stocks out there that a lot of people look at, like Apple, and then Coca-Cola, and then they're looking at a lot of different stocks that they believe are going to really appreciate. Like they're looking at Tesla, they're looking at a lot of different companies. And I was looking at options for companies like Tesla and other things, and just dividends. A solid income opportunity, long term, for myself and anyone else who wants to talk to their financial advisor to increase their monthly income, their quarterly income, just dividends. Dividends will give you, in certain stocks, it's month after 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 month, an income. Some go by the quarter. It's better for me. I like the monthlies, but the quarterlies have their strong suits too. Focusing on a dividend income, which will grow over time, for me, is the safest possible bet at this time. People will make thousands of dollars a day if they can do trades. If they're day traders and they're able to make $5,000 or $12,000 or $10,000 a day, that's great. Everyone could learn to do that, but not everyone has learned to do that. A slow and steady pace of purchasing stocks that provide you long-term income through dividends is, for me, a safe and secure bet, better than a short-term gain. It's good to have a short-term gain. If I went to day trading and I started day trading and made if I made $12,000 or $15,000 in one day, I would take my profit and take a part of that profit and put it into dividend-producing stocks and try to make, again, another killing like that. But just dividends will be able to keep me in retirement month after month after month after month if I purchase enough of dividend-producing stocks. Now, what stocks? Well, there are a lot of stocks. There are food company stocks, communication stocks. I was looking at AT&T the other day, and the dividend was 7%. Unfortunately, they had a negative earning per share. So if I'm going to make sure that I have a secure dividend, I'm going to make sure that it's a positive earnings per share. It has a decent yield, and that the industry is not likely to go down anytime soon. BG Foods, people eat food. Their yield, I think it was 6 or 7%. I think it was 7%. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look. Easy enough to Google. But I decided for myself that long term, I need just dividends. Now, am I going to go, if I learn how to do options, will I do options? I might do options. Will I do futures contracts? There's money in futures contracts. Am I going to do shorting? Well, shorting has a lot of risk. There's an upside potential and a downside potential. In my opinion, at this time, the downside potential of shorting is worse than the upside potential of shorting. It's just dividends. Focus on dividend-producing. I'm focused on dividend-producing stocks for myself to make sure in 10 or 20 or 15 years from now, I will have income. Anytime you have a job, you work that job, and for those 40 hours or 80 hours in a 2-week period or whatever the length of time that you work, you get paid. Then you spend the money and it disappears. For me, I would prefer to convert any income that I have from a job or working income that I have, whether I do sales or whatever it is, and convert part of that into a long-term just dividend income. If you make 5% or more on your dividend, then in 20 years, it more than pays for itself. reinvesting and doing other things. So dividends are safer for me. Long term, just dividends. Dividends, dividends, dividends. Dividend producing stocks was something I had talked about. A lot of people want to buy bonds and then you will have a yield. But then the bond goes to maturity and that's the end of your yield. You can buy a stock and in 20 years it can still be paying you if it's a good stock. Now, what kind of stocks? Well, I like real estate investment trusts, food companies, business development companies, whatever I talked about in the past. There are good stocks that will give you a good yield on an ongoing basis. Business development companies, real estate investment trusts, food companies. Those are three good ones as far as I'm concerned. I like BG Foods because it'll pay me because people have to eat. I like business development companies like Orchard Island Capital. I believe that's a business development company because they invest in companies and get a yield. Real estate investment trusts invest in real estate, and not all real estate investment trusts are good. Because during the slowdown of 2020, because a lot of people didn't want to go into motels and hotels, so if you had a hospitality REIT, that turned out not to be so good. But if you had a real estate investment trust that was based in things like automotive, you know, you're renting out to automotive companies that are putting their people need to ride in their cars, or if you're essential businesses renting to an essential business, a real estate investment trust, or even the REITs that deal with loans for people who are buying homes, paper that's backed by the government or non-paper backed by the government, that type of thing. Just dividends. I need to make sure that I have an income every month coming in, every quarter coming in from different stocks with just dividends. Just dividends, just dividends, just dividends. Now, that can replace your income. You can make more money short term if you know how to short a stock, if you know how to do futures, if you know how to do option trading. There's more money in that than just dividends. But just dividends, buying just dividend producing stocks can replace your income and give you stability. Just dividends, for me, it may not do it for you, but it will do it for me. I'm talking about what I want to do for me is work on something that's going to bring me in an income through just dividends. There are other ways to make money in the stock market. As I said, you can short if you want to, and you can lose more money by shorting than you can gain. But you can gain money in shorting. You can do puts, which is selling stock. You can do that. I prefer just dividends. At this time, if 20% of your money if 20% of my money goes into just dividends, and then I do other things besides that, eventually I'll have enough of an income to live off of. Everyone could use the same strategy if they prefer. Talk to your financial advisor. See what stocks that he thinks are good dividend producing stocks. Or she. Peace out. Live long and prosper. Have a jolly good day. God bless you. God bless me. God bless us all. God bless America.